Preview. 30 best nature documentaries of all time. Captivated by the mating habits of jellyfish, elephants mourning their ancestors, and proud lionesses cuddling their cubs, audiences love to peer into the private lives of creatures great and small, particularly in spectacular settings around the world. A study conducted by the BBC together with the University of California, Berkeley, revealed just why viewers choose to kick back and tune into programs like Honey Badgers, Masses of Mayhem, and The Tigers of Scotland. Nature documentaries trigger the neurochemical of happiness, reducing stress and anxiety. Some of the best exponents of the genre come from the BBC Natural History Unit, which has been cracking out award-winning nature documentaries since 1957, often in conjunction with natural historian and television producer Sir David Attenborough. Now in his 90s, Attenborough has worked with the BBC for over 25 years and is the genius behind several acclaimed series including Life and The Blue Planet, which continue to be watched by millions of people worldwide. In recent years, a growing number of filmmakers have used their platforms to raise public concerns about the many threats posed by global warming. Coral bleaching, rising sea levels, farm animal cruelty, and melting polar ice caps have all been addressed in documentaries, as well as the significant role played by human beings concerning climate change and environmental degradation. Celebrity activists including Leonardo DiCaprio, Lawrence Fishburne, Oprah Winfrey, and Joaquin Phoenix had also lent their status to the movement, behind the camera as well as in front of it. We put together a list of 30 best nature documentaries of all time based on IMDb user ratings. Consideration went to documentaries and single-season documentary miniseries focused on plants, animals, and the environment. Read on to find out which film exposed barbarous ancient fishing practices, employed revolutionary photography techniques, or were recently outed for faking content. Cowspiracy: The Sustainability Secret, 2014. Directors: Kip Anderson, Keegan Coon. IMDb user rating 8.2. Metascore: data is not available. Runtime 90 minutes. Kip Anderson, Indiegogo founder. Cowspiracy highlights the uncomfortable relationship between big agriculture and carbon emission. As much a movement as a documentary, Cowspiracy urges its audience to eschew animal products in an empowering grassroots campaign to battle climate change. A 2015 cutout of film released on Netflix was produced by celebrity activist Leonardo DiCaprio. Before the Flood, 2016. Director Fisher Stevens, IMDb user rating 8.2, Metascore 63, runtime 96 minutes. In Before the Flood, United Nations Messenger of Peace Leonardo DiCaprio takes viewers on a journey around the world, illustrating the threat possessed by global warming. Directed by Academy Award winner Fisher Stevens, this National Geographic production practices what it preaches, offsetting carbon emission created during production with a voluntary carbon tax. Free Solo 2018. Directors Jimmy Chin, Elizabeth Chai, Versailles Hilly. IMDb user ratings 8.2, Metascore 83, runtime 100 minutes. Free solo is a term for the kind of climbing done alone solo and without the usual harnesses, ropes, and carabiners that most rock climbers use as a form of security and safety, free of that stuff. The documentary captures climber Alex Holland's free solo climbs up virtually vertical slabs of rock, capturing with dazzling clarity just how dangerous these climbs are. The film builds to his ascent of El Capitan in Yosemite National Park, a well-known climbing destination of 3,000 plus feet. Walking with Prehistoric Beasts 2001. IMDb user ratings 8.3, votes 2,650. A sequel to Walking with Dinosaurs, this joint BBC Discovery Channel effort explores life on Earth immediately after the big lizard became extinct. Sir Kenneth Branagh narrates this 3-hour look at the habits and habitats of woolly mammoths and saber-toothed lions. Beautiful People 1974, director Jamie Ulys. IMDb user rating 8.3, Metascore, data is not available, runtime 92 minutes. Directed by Jamie Ulys of the Gods Must Be Crazy fame, Beautiful People, also released as Animals Are Beautiful People, takes a gentle and frequently humorous look at South African wildlife. A scene in which inebriated animals indulge in fermented fruit is one of the highlights of this 1975 Golden Globe winner. The Last Lines 2011, director Derek Joubert, IMDb user ratings 8.3, Metascore 69, runtime 88 minutes. The brainchild of conservationist and filmmakers Derek and Beverly Joubert, The Last Lines play like a feature film as it chronicles the trials and contributions of Madi Tau, a remarkable lioness committed to defending her family in Botswana, treacherous Okavango Delta. Narrated by actor Jeremy Irons, the film draws attention to the plight of the wild lion population, which has whittled from approximately 450,000 to 20,000 in the last 50 years. Racing Extinction 2015, director Louis Saiholos, IMDb user rating 8.3, Metascore 81, runtime 90 minutes. Racing Extinction explores the devastating effect of climate change on the world's oceans. Human activity, notably energy consumption, currently threatens half of the world's aquatic species with mass extinction. Helmed by Academy Award-winning director Louis Saiholos, this 2015 documentary urges viewers to act before it's too late. SEASPIRACY 2021. Director Ali Tabrizi, IMDb user rating 8.3, Metascore, data is not available, runtime 89 minutes. The global fishing industry is bad. That's why director Ali Tabrizi comes to realize after initially setting up to capture the glories under the ocean surface. What he finds instead is a seaspiracy. It's a miracle of marine life and poison destroyed and otherwise harmed by humans. Between damaging fishing practices, wastes like plastic that never really go away, archaic hunting practices, and general pollution and noises, the seas are being slowly killed. Koyaanisqatsi, 1982, director Godfrey Reggio, IMDb user rating 8.3, Metascore 72, runtime 86 minutes. Koyaanisqatsi is a Hopi word that translates to life out of balance, and it's also the subject of director Godfrey Reggio, a 1982 documentary which details the inherent conflict between nature and urbanism. An original score by legendary composer Philip Glass supplements the stunning cinematography. Wild China 2008, IMDb user rating 8.4, votes 2,664. This groundbreaking 6-part series transported never-before-seen image of Chinese wildlife into homes around the world. A Sino-British production, the project took more than 2 years to complete and includes rare footage of some of China's more remote regions, including the Mongolian steppes and the Yuanyang rice terraces. The Cove 2009, director Louis Saiholos, IMDb user rating 8.4, Metascore 84, runtime 92 minutes. Using high-definition cameras disguised as rocks, director Louis Saiholos and his crew exposed and covered in cruel practice of dolphin dive hunting in Taiji, Japan, whereby schools and dolphins are hoarded into covers, trapped, and killed for profit. Winner of the 2010 Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, The Cove sparked outrage around animal activists worldwide, as well as hotly contested backlash against the Japanese fishing community. The Salt of Earth 2014, director Giuliano Ribeiro Salgado, Win Wonders, IMDb user rating 8.5, Metascore 83, runtime 110 minutes. The South of the Earth follows acclaimed septuagenarian photographer Sebastião Salgado in his quest to document the planet's most arresting landscapes and their inhabitants. Directed by Giuliano Ribeiro Salgado, the subject's son, together with indie icon Win Wonders, the film was nominated for the 2015 Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. SAMSARA 2011, director Ron Frickle, IMDb user rating 8.5, Metascore 65, runtime 102 minutes. From Baraka filmmakers Ron Frickle and Mark Madsen, this memorizing non-narrative documentary was filmed over a period of 5 years in over 25 different countries, shot using visually superior 70mm film. Samsara explores human spirituality as it relates to the Earth's natural rhythms. Home 2009, director Jan Artus Bertrand, IMDb user rating 8.6, Metascore 47, runtime 118 minutes. Earth, Home to All Human Beings, is the star of this stunning documentary by French director Luc Besson. The film showcases awe-inspiring aerial landscapes from 54 different countries, while simultaneously citing alarming statistics about climate change and its potentially devastating effects. Wild Pacific 2009, IMDb user ratings 8.7, votes 2,230. Released as South Pacific in the UK, this 6-part BBC series narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch explores the unique ecosystem of isolated South Pacific islands, including the Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Palau, and Palmyra. Shot entirely in high definition, the final installment highlights climate-related dangers such as rising seas, overfishing, and reef damage. Wonders of the Universe 2011, IMDb user ratings 8.9, votes 3,892. University of Manchester physicist Brian Cox contemplates the origins of the universe and the history of man in the cerebral 4-part BBC documentary. A follow-up to the 2010 series Wonders of the Solar System, Cox turns to science for answers to existential questions that have plagued humanity since the dawn of consciousness. Nature's Most Amazing Events 2009, IMDb user ratings 9.0, votes 3,021. Nature's Most Amazing Events turn the camera lens on some of the most fascinating wildlife on planet, including polar bears, sharks, and an enormous school of sardines. Aerial photography and time-lapse imagery are hallmarks of 6-hour collaboration between the Discovery Channel and the BBC. Life in the Undergrowth 2005, Africa 2013, Human Planet 2011, Frozen Planet 2011, IMDb user ratings 9.0, votes 27,270. Polar bears and penguins are front and center in this high-definition look at life both above and below the ice. A BBC classic presented by natural historian and television personality Sir David Attenborough, Frozen Planet focuses on Arctic and Antarctic, the 2 regions of the planet at greatest risk from global warming. The Blue Planet 2001, Dominion 2018, director Chris Delforce, IMDb user rating 9.1, Metascore, data is not available, runtime 120 minutes. Infamous for shocking and disturbing footages of animal cruelty, Dominion forces viewers to confront how the sausage gets made, in this case how the hamburgers, ribs, and chicken breasts people enjoy are the end result of the nauseating practice of meat farming. The creators behind this documentary managed to get footage inside large-scale production farms and plants, using hidden cameras and drones to capture truly upsetting scenes of animal abuse that are a routine part of getting meat onto plates. Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara narrate. The Life of Mammals 2002, IMDb user ratings 9.1, votes 3,804. A follow-up to BBC's The Life of Birds, The Life of Mammals explores the origins and habits of arguably the planet's most engaging and improvising inhabitants. Highlights include non-Nigerian presenter David Attenborough hanging out with a sloth. Life 2009, IMDb user rating 9.1, votes 38,298. A BBC Discovery co-production, Life focuses on Charles Darwin's struggle for existence. Presented David Attenborough narrated the original UK version of the film but was replaced by Oprah Winfrey for the documentary US release. The Hunt 2015 IMDb user ratings 9.3 votes 3,793. It's Kill or Be Killed in this high-stakes BBC series which casts killer whales and polar bears in a sympathetic light. Narrated by David Attenborough, The Hunt employed novel filming techniques to get the perfect shot, including cameras suspended from elephants. Blue Planet 2 2017 IMDb user rating 9.3 votes 34,387. This sequel to the 2001 BBC series Blue Planet takes a second look at the high sea with new technology built especially for the follow-up series. Presenter David Attenborough guides viewers through the mating process of ocean dwellers and warns against the dangers of global warming. Our Planet 2019 IMDb user ratings 9.3 votes 34,571. The new Netflix film Our Planet isn't a BBC production, but it sure looks like one produced by the same team responsible for Planet Earth. And featuring the vulnerable David Attenborough, the film goes where many earlier nature documentaries fail to tread, compelling audiences to accept their own role in the destruction of the environment. Planet Earth 2006 IMDb user ratings 9.4 votes 169,174. The BBC's most expensive nature project, this remarkable 11-part series transported audience to a panoply of nature habitats spread over 64 different countries. Actor Sigourney Weaver narrates the US release, stepping for an icon of British natural history, David Attenborough. Planet Earth 2 2016 IMDb user ratings 9.5 votes 99,168. Planet Earth 2 treads the same terrain as its predecessor, the 2006 mega documentary Planet Earth. All manner of creatures eat, hunt and mate, but a decade later they do so in Ultra HD, what makes for even more riveting viewing. For more videos, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel celebrity.tn.